What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be trying out the new Blackhawk UH-60L mod by Skyward Flight Media in DCS. I'm super pumped up about this mod because while working for the Army in Oklahoma, Blackhawks would be flying around a lot along with Apaches and Chinooks and everything like that. So whenever I heard about the new UH-60L mod coming out, super pumped up to try it. I probably have about an hour in this mod so far. I don't have too many buttons programmed, but I figured I'd make a little video of me flying it around in VR, giving you my impressions. I'm in no way, shape, or form a professional pilot. I just have always seen these things flying around me all the time while going in a base, and I play DCS, and I figured I'd make a video of me flying it in VR just to show you guys the cockpit, how it feels, comparisons maybe, I don't know. Let's just hop into it and see what we think and see how it feels. I'm super stoked. I hope you guys stick around, and yeah, here we go. Okay guys, so we're in the cockpit of the UH-60L Blackhawk from Skyward Flight Media, and right away you can tell from the dash that this thing is comparable as far as textures and everything to the UH-1H Huey. Pretty detailed, looks great for a mod, looks absolutely awesome. The RPM and the torque, got our speed and knots, stab position, that's probably the flap in the back. There, it's going to help us come down nice and slow and even. Heading, so these are autopilot, artificial horizon, got our compass and heading, digital altitude gauge, and vertical airspeed up and down. I got our radios over here. This looks great. I know some of this is inoperable. Yeah, looks awesome. Lots to do. Lots to learn. Can't wait. APU. So I know that you can cold start this mod. Clickable cockpit, so you can cold start it and take off and everything like that, but I'm just gonna take off today. I'm gonna fly around and show you guys exactly what it's like in VR. I know a lot of you guys fly in VR, and I'm a VR guy myself. Now a little bit of history about me. I used to work for a company that was a contractor for the Army, and I used to live in Oklahoma, and I worked on Fort Sill, and every morning I'd go into work about 4 or 5 a.m. and on the way into work, the road that was going in a base to the motor pool, Blackhawks and Apaches and Chinooks and stuff would be practicing out at the training fields there. They had a little mountainside where they'd set up targets and stuff and practice shooting tracers and flying around in figure eights and stuff like that, so it was super cool to see. And I swear sometimes they would even kind of like do little mock practices flying by your car and everything like that with all their lights off, and you didn't even know that they were there until after they flew by you. So that was a really cool experience. So when I heard about this mod, I honestly couldn't wait to get my hands on it, and now we're here. So a big thank you to Skyward Flight Media, and I guess that's enough of that. So let's just go ahead and fly around, give you my impressions. Give it a little bit of left rudder. I noticed that about it right away. Wants to pull to the right. Now I'm flying with the X52 Pro. I haven't adjusted any axes or tuned these to anything. I'm sure that some of the Blackhawk pilots will come out and say, hey, you should probably do this, it feels better. But in my mind, seeing these things fly around all the time, I would figure that this would be pretty dang close, because I mean, it is a personnel carrier. It is meant for door gunners and everything like that, CSAR. So this is what I imagined it would have what it feels like to fly one. I would imagine that it's pretty dang close. The only thing that I noticed is the sound is a little bit off from what I remember. So I'll hop outside so that way you guys can hear it too. So it's a little bit quiet. It's not as loud as I remember the Blackhawks being in real life. But I'm sure, you know, maybe they'll be adjusting the sound, or maybe that is accurate. I wasn't a Blackhawk pilot. I was only around them on base, and I would hear them all the time. So that's my 2 cents. But overall, she is heavier than the Huey and the Gazelle, of course, but feels real nice and smooth. Yeah, I can't believe this is a free mod. I hope Eagle Dynamics definitely takes a look at this mod and tries it out for themselves, and maybe even gives it to some of their helicopter pilot guys that help them out with developing helicopters. Casmo is on YouTube, and he does, you know, he used to fly the Apache, and he just did a review on the Blackhawk, and he said that it felt pretty accurate. So I mean, there's that. That's huge. Yeah, this thing feels really good. I think I might try and land it for you guys. No guarantees on landing it well. And I'm still pretty new. I probably have about an hour into this aircraft. But I have landed it before, so I guess I can go through that with you guys. Let me fly back to Adana. This is the Syria map. I just took off from Adana Airport, which is northwest on the map. Try and find it again. Oh, okay, yeah, we're right here. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna drop my speed and tilt back. Try and slow this heavy bird down. One thing I have noticed about the Blackhawk is the descent rate. Once you break that descent rate too much, this thing drops out of the sky. It drops. You just fall. It's pretty crazy. I'm not too sure if it's like that in real life. But I would imagine that they got a lot of advice from different helicopter pilots and how it lands, the characteristics and everything like that. So it's just a little tip for you guys that are about to fly it. Still pretty high here. I'm at 230. Try and descend. Okay, alright, so that's exactly what I was talking about before. The descent rate just absolutely gives way. There it goes again. I am dropping hard and fast. So, as you can tell, it's very, very, very sensitive. I think the best way to come in for a landing is to pull back all the way on the stick as you're coming forward. Pull back and drop your throttle, drop your collective, and just stall it out in the position that you want it to, and bring it down nice and slow. 3, 2, 1. I'm talking easy, easy. For some reason, the Blackhawk, this mod, wants to just drop out of the sky. So I recommend coming in straight, stalling, you know, keeping your ascent descent gauge nice and level, trying to find that nice hover point, and coming in forward with forward movement, stalling, and then slowly bringing the tail down first. That is what I suggest doing. That's what's worked best for me so far. As far as coming a couple hundred feet above the landing location and then descending, it's a nightmare. You're going in a ring state, and the helicopter's falling out of the air, and I feel like maybe it's a little over dramatic for what it's really supposed to be. Then again, I've never flown a helicopter in real life. That's just my 2 cents. It's super sketchy. So come in with forward motion, drop the tail, drop your speed, lift up on it, bring it down, and put the tail down first, and then the front of the helicopter. But other than that, guys, that is my first impressions on the UH-60L Blackhawk mod from Skyward Flight Media. If you guys like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.